Tipping culture has gone too far. We've all seen this building for a long time. It happens everywhere, any store you go to. You go to the cafe, you go to the grab-and-go restaurant. Once it happened to me at a donut shop. The clerk is there, and you complete your transaction, and then he flips the iPad around, and he says, oh, just push a few buttons. He plays dumb. Do whatever you want to do. That's fine. Okay. Yesterday, this reached a whole new level. I was on my way to Cornell. I spoke at Cornell last night. It's going to be aired tonight on the YAF YouTube channel. But I'm on my way to Cornell. I'm at the airport. There's a little store called Chibo Express. So I go in to get a drink, and there is no employee in the stop. I reach in, I say, I want an iced tea. There's no iced tea. Okay, that's fine. I get a Perrier. So I take it to the self-checkout kiosk, and I scan the Perrier. And then it says to me, how much would you like to tip? There was nobody I could have tipped. There was only the robot. The robot asked me for a tip, 18%, 20%, maybe 25%. And now I'm kicking myself because I did not tip, even though I'm fairly certain that the robots will take over the whole country. So now that means I could have curried good favor with our future robot overlords, but instead I did not. And so now I am waiting for those random robot overlords to come and exact their revenge. Right now, go to hallow.com/Knowles, Knowles. With everything going on in the world, there is no better time to build a daily habit of prayer and meditation. Building a habit of prayer can help you cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Focusing on what you are thankful for can increase positive emotions and improve overall well-being. Also, you owe it to God to pray, so you should pray. Hallow is the #1 Christian prayer app in the United States. It's helped so many people to maintain a daily prayer routine. It can help you too. Download the app for free at hallow.com/Knowles. You can set prayer reminders and track your progress along the way. Not sure where to start? Check out Father Mike Schmitz's Bible in a Year, available on the Hallow app for brief daily readings and reflections. Or pray alongside Mark Wahlberg, Jim Caviezel, even some world-class athletes. With Hallow, you can customize a personal prayer plan that works for you. Listen wherever you are with downloadable offline sessions. Using Hallow to connect with others who share your beliefs and values can provide a sense of belonging, support, and foster a sense of community. Hallow just added a section on their app called Prayers for Peace for Israel. They have several prayers to help people pray for peace in Israel. Download Hallow at hallow.com/Knowles, Knowles. Get an exclusive 3 months free. That is 3 months absolutely free at hallow.com/Knowles. Hunter Biden has a new op-ed in USA Today. Headline is, I fought to get sober. Political weaponization of my addiction hurts more than me. My struggles and my mistakes have been fodder for a vile and sustained disinformation campaign against my father and an all-out annihilation of my reputation. Hunter in USA Today. Okay. Here are the key parts. And this tells you a lot about where the Bidens are. He says, my struggles and my mistakes have been fodder for this vile and sustained disinformation campaign against Biden, an all-out annihilation of my reputation through high-pitched but fruitless congressional investigations. Hold on, put a pause there. Fruitless, we got the smoking gun. We got the confirmation from you that you are the bag man for the Biden family, that you shake down leaders around the world selling American influence, that you get money from them and then you pay at least 10%, if not 50% of it, to the big guy. Fruitless investigations. We know that you had these shady business deals wired to you using your father's address as the beneficiary address. Fruitless investigations. Totally fruitless. And more recently, he writes, criminal charges for possessing an unloaded gun for 11 days 5 years ago. Charges that appear to be the first of their kind ever brought in the history of Delaware. Yeah, you were being charged for that because the prosecutors were giving you a sweetheart deal to not charge you for any of the serious crimes. The serious crimes of public interest go way beyond the gun charge. The serious crimes of public interest go to racketeering. Serious crimes of public interest go to failing to register as a foreign agent. Serious crimes of foreign interest involve your father getting bribed when he was the vice president of the United States. These charges. These are trumped up charges. Yeah, because they didn't bring any of the real charges against you. This was the way to get you off the hook, bro. Then he goes on, and this is the key. What troubles me? Forget about me. It's not just about attacks on me, Hunter. No. What troubles me is the demonization of addiction, of human frailty, using me as its avatar, and the devastating consequences it has for the millions struggling with addiction, desperate for a way out and being bombarded by the denigrating and near constant coverage of me and my addiction on Fox News, more airtime than GOP presidential candidate Ron DeSantis gets, and in the New York Post, an average of 2 stories a day over the past year. Yeah, because the New York Post broke the story, not just of your addiction and all the weird photos and videos that you put on your computer that you took yourself and that you left at this repair shop and that was suppressed by big tech, but of your crimes, your financial and political crimes. This op-ed to me is so desperate. For a man who, Hunter Biden's done a lot of desperate things, this to me seems like the most desperate example. They got this guy dead, and by they I mean we, the conservatives, we've got this guy dead to rights on corruption. This is his last ditch effort to say, hey, it's addiction, I'm suffering from a disease. Yeah, I know addicts. Addiction is very hard. It's hard to get over addiction to alcohol or drugs. But look, we make jokes about it. You make jokes about political people. Oh yeah, this one's a little fat. This one's a little bit of a booze hound. This one's a womanizer. But it's all of it. It's all of it. It's the hookers, and it's the crack, sure, and but more than that, it's the painting. You took up painting, and now you're selling your artwork for $500,000 a piece for your doodles, your little doodles that you do that a 5-year-old could do. I'm not making fun of your art, Hunter Biden. I'm making fun of your graft. I'm making fun of your con. Because art collection, first of all, is one of the most prominent and well-known avenues for money laundering that there is. And nobody thinks that your ridiculous doodles are worth $500,000. It's obviously just a way to keep the con going. Now that you've got a little more attention on you and it's hard for you to go shake down CCP officials in China or oligarchs in Ukraine. But it's also the pitching up 10 for the big guy. It's also the introducing Joe to your business partner. And then Joe, your father, while he's vice president, saying to your business partner, I'm really glad you and Hunter hooked up. Yeah, that's good. I hope you enjoyed that lunch with the president of China today. Yeah, I hope you guys do good business together. It's your father calling into 20 plus phone calls. It's your father sending tens of thousands of emails under pseudonyms when he's vice president of the United States, many of which were to conduct business with your business partner and your shady overseas contacts. They got this guy dead to rights. And the best thing he can do is say, hey, you're mocking addicts. This is like John Fetterman. Anytime you criticize John Fetterman, he says, you're mocking stroke victims. Mocking stroke victims. First of all, man, people were mocking John Fetterman long before his stroke. 2, if you have had a stroke and you're mentally debilitated, you should resign from the Senate. It's no knock on you. It's not to say you're an immoral person because you've had a health problem, but you're just not up to the job and you should resign. But 3, no, one does not mock stroke victims broadly. One goes after you because you're a kid, he's a grown man obviously now, but since he was a kid, he never really had that serious a job. He was getting handouts from mom and dad. He had a radical political agenda. He's not the working class hero he presented himself as. That's what people are. And whenever people knock him for any reason, they say, you're just knocking me for my disability. Same thing here with Hunter Biden. Even more ridiculous from Hunter Biden. Boy, what a great clip that was. Now, hey, I know what you're thinking. That's a nice studio on the road, Michael. I know it is. It looks pretty nice. And the second thing you're thinking is, I ought to subscribe. Yes, you should. Ring the bell. We'll see you next time.